on women becoming stay-at-home moms? What are your thoughts on women becoming stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home wives? Like, basically, what I'm trying to ask you, if it's something that they do want to pursue, do you think they need to be all in on it, or do you think it's possible for them to do the stay-at-home mom thing for 3 to 5 years and then want to go back to work? What do you think today in 2023?
I disagree for the most part with this new wave stay at home nonsense. I think that it is unsafe for women. It's still not benefiting us. I said this before. It is a bunch of BS that you're just gonna find this man that's just gonna like you're all you gotta do is pump kids out and that's gonna be your life and you're just gonna be happy, like whatever. If that's really you found somebody that you are 100% sure of and that's the way y'all agree, yes, but this new wave and like regression of like we're not gonna go to school no more, we're gonna quit our jobs, it is not safe, especially given the fact that in this economy, if you want to live a good life, two people need to be working. uh so that's just how I feel about that. Now I think that, like, I can see a scenario in which, like, myself, like, in the future, I have a kids, I pop them out back to back to back to back. Maybe I decide I want to take 2 years off of work, spend time with my babies, whatever, until they're old enough to where we can get them childcare and whatever, and jump right back into work. I would plan to set myself up to be able to take that leave. Um,
Because
yeah.
Maya, because this and this is another thing. These women, because I've had this conversation. These women say that, they say, a lot of women say that I want to be with a man that will enable me, that when I do have kids, he will be able to, hold the family down and I'll be able to be with my kids during those early formal years, right? Because if I'm not in that position, then I need to pay for childcare. Childcare is expensive. And then a lot of women, you're just weary of, whether it's a nanny or even a family member, you're just weary of someone possibly mistreating your child. So as a woman, you want to be the one spending majority of the time with your child
Yeah.
and take care of them. You don't want to be the woman that you still having to go to work and then you having to like take breaks to go pump. And so, you don't want people mistreating your child. So my thing is, if that's what most of these women want at the end of the day, then when you have children, you are going to have to be that stay-at-home mom, that stay-at-home wife. But they want their cake and they want to eat it too. So it's like, first of all, let me say this too. Most of you women, you're not going to be afforded that opportunity. Just financially, just
Oh
financially,
my
you're
God.
not going to be. And I'll tell you guys again. Most of you are not even going to be with a man that's going to be able to have you in a position to be a stay-at-home mom, to be a stay-at-home wife. Your ass is gonna pop that baby out, have your maternity leave, and then your ass is back to work. That's what it's gonna be. And y'all gonna figure it out. Whether grandma gonna come in and be taking care of the kid, because in our culture, Maya, like
Yeah,
Matthew will
yeah,
tell you,
I
like
know.
rest in
Yeah,
peace to
you
our
told me.
grandma. They're very involved in the kid's life, like especially if they're around.
Yeah.
But a lot of y'all culture's not like that, and y'all gonna be back to work, and y'all gonna have to hire the nanny. Y'all gonna have to hire like the babysitters. Y'all gonna have to pay for the daycare, and unfortunately, you gonna have to be at work stressing, hoping that somebody's not mistreating your child. That's what the reality is gonna be for most of you.
Oh my God.
But my so my thing is, a lot of these women want their cake and they want to eat it too. So they don't want to go to work, but they don't want to be this full time stay at home mom either. So it's like, unless it's not good enough for a lot of these women.
I think that, I mean, dang, you really need to do your one for a second, Daniel. I was just letting you get it out. I think expressing frustration, like working sucks. I don't like to work. I don't like it. I also think that there can be, I don't think that like being a mom would suck. Like, I think I would love my kids and I would love to have the opportunity to like just spend that quality time. I think that for me, it's I would want to set myself up to be able to do that. I think that like you have to take responsibility and agency over your own life and not rely on like somebody else's funding and finances to be able to do that. I think that like if you set yourself up well, whether that's having your own saving, maybe you don't need it. Maybe I see a lot of people in the comments talking about like their partner didn't have it at one point, but they built themselves up to where they were afforded that lifestyle. That's awesome. Like that's a dream scenario. If like you never have to touch that money, you don't like. But I think it's just wise to set yourself up so if something goes left, you're not left out to dry and you still get to spend time with your kids. Yeah, or you can work from home. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's just, I'm just wary of this, like, it's all so easy. All you have to do is say yes. Just be a stay-at-home mom and throw out, basically all of your own opportunities. Like, I don't think that, like, that's right. And yeah.
And Maya, I want to address something else you said though. You said you and a lot of other men and women, but men say this as well that in this economy that we're living in, um two two people do need to be working, two incomes are needed.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Maya, um I don't 100% agree with that. Now, I do 100% it's just a fact that two incomes is always going to be better than one.
Yeah.
The more money, the better. The more money, the better for the household, the
Mm-hmm.
better for that individual, the better for the collective. 100% true. However, um there are people, Maya, that there's men out here, they're making only 60, 70 bands, but they're living within their means, Maya. And
Mm-hmm.
I say living within their means because a lot of people don't live within their means. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of
I
men and
agree.
women don't live within their
Yep.
means.
Yep.
So
So
even
true.
even a man and a woman, right? And I know you have your own place, and my cousin has his own place, but like there's people that they won't be engaged, they won't be married, but like they'll be in a relationship, but it's like, okay, now I have my money and we have your money, and we could stay in this place that only costs 1,500, but being that
Mhm.
between the two of us, we're making between 7 and 10 grand a month, we're gonna go get the place that's like 3,500 or four bands
Right.
a month now,
Right.
just because we have the ability to do
Just because you
so.
can. Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you need to do. So I
Yeah.
say that to say a man could be making 70, 80, 90, not even six figures. But if he's living within his means, that woman can afford to be a stay-at-home mom, Maya, and they can have all their needs met and have money left over as long as they're living within their means.
Sure. Like, but I think one, it goes back to your point that like two incomes are better than one. Now, again, sure, like you 100% can do it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, why not set yourself up to make your life easier? If you have savings that you put aside, like in my mind, how I am thinking about family planning is like, I plan on going to more school that will eventually afford me opportunities to make a really good amount of money in a pretty short amount of time. I would want to save up, live in my means as like you're saying, as much as possible, be able to put, down on a house, try to, front as many bills as I can so that when I am ready to start having babies, I don't have to worry about, oh, I need to hurry up and get back to work. Like now in my hypothetical, marriage, like, let's take Nappy here, like he's probably gonna be making a lot more than me. Like I probably wouldn't have to use most of that money. He would probably, we've already talked about it, and like he said he would be probably paying the bills, the mortgage, whatever. But I have my own stuff just in case, because just to make everybody's life easy, you know what I mean? And so I think it can be done, but I just think that there's no reason you should have to, like, it shouldn't be an all or nothing, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're saying, and let me say this too. Let me say this too.
Sorry, I was rambling there.
No, 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 you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Let me say this too though, because this is very important for me to say. Um, some of y'all know what I do. Some of y'all don't know what I do. But if you
Well, you
don't know
got
what
like
I
two more
do,
minutes with me. I'm starting to get tired, by the way.
yeah,
Sorry.
real quick. If listen, I am a door greeter at Sam's Club in the morning, and I'm a waitress at Fogo de Chao and Benihana part time in the evenings. That's what I do for a living. Anyways, I just want to let y'all know that
So gross.
all of these professions that American society, most of American society correlates with quote unquote making a lot of money. That's not 100% true, okay? Not every lawyer is a six-figure lawyer, okay? Some lawyers are glorified paralegals. There's a bunch of people out here that have MBAs, there's a bunch of people out here that have JDs, and they're not doing a damn thing with it because they haven't had the opportunity to do anything with it, okay? There's a bunch of people out here that got 400, $500,000 in debt, but they have a JD. They passed the bar exam, and they have a $200,000 annual salary. but a lot of y'all don't know anything about money, so y'all think that however much money a person makes is gonna correlate to a certain lifestyle. What about their living expenses? What about their debt? Like y'all don't know stuff about like debt to income and all this stuff. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but just know that doctors, orthodontists, dentists, lawyers, they're not all making the money that you think they're making. And even some of them, they may have the salary, but they're not able to live the lifestyle because they have the debt and they have the living expenses. So I just wanna let y'all know that too. That's why it's very important to live within your means. So a lawyer, there may be a lawyer that may be making $300,000 at his firm, but he's $600,000 in debt, and you make $100,000 and you don't have any debt. You use your credit card every month and pay it off so you can increase your credit score and get points on that credit card. You can live better than that person. I just wanted to like inform you guys of that. But Maya, thank you for being on here, sis. I
Of
appreciate you.
course.
Do you know how to get off of here?
I think I just pressed the X, right?
Yeah, and then
All right.
log out the account. All right.
All
Wait,
right.
wait, wait.
Bye,
Nappy, do
Lon.
you